Good afternoon, everyone. I am starting this vlog at 1 in the afternoon because I was super busy this morning. I had a bunch of forms to do for something, and I did not realise how long tick boxes would take, but now I have to send them all off and it's all good now. I just went for a quick run in Wimbledon Park and Wimbledon Common, just like 5 miles, super chill. And then I met my friend Heidi for coffee. We went to Drop Shot, which is like a super lovely place in Southfields, and I highly recommend it if you live in southwest London. It's gorgeous. And yeah, we sat outside because of the new rule shenanigans in London, but it was actually surprisingly warm, so that was lovely. I'm just getting myself slowly ready to go into uni, as you can see by the mess. But I'm going to go in, do some studying, because I actually haven't got a desk yet. Like, this is my desk. The floor. So yeah, I'm gonna go into uni to get some hardcore studying doing. Planning to finish pharmacology because I was at work during the pharmacology morning, which one of the lecturers set up, which is super helpful, just getting to grips with the basics. So I'm gonna do some notes for that, hopefully make some flashcards on Quizlet, and then maybe get some anatomy done, ready for Monday, so that I'm prepared. But yeah, it's just gonna crack on with things for as long as I'm allowed to stay there. Yeah, should be alright. I'll let you know how I get on. So yeah, I'm just walking around uni. It's so quiet. I just feel so awkward, like, filming because it's so quiet and there's so much space. I'm just getting so lost in my own uni. Like, the one-way system just doesn't make any sense to me. And now I'm having to get the lift just to go downstairs. And the guy from the bar, he's like, "Hi, you're all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't know where I'm going." Just walking around in circles. Such an op. But yeah, I'm going to go down to Pret and get my coffee for a bit of a break before I crack on with some more pharmacology, and then yeah, I managed to get quite a bit done. So but yeah, hello. So I've just come out for a little break. I got my oat latte. There was such a massive queue. Oh my god, I've never seen so many people. Maybe it's because I don't finish work at this time, but everybody else obviously does here. So yeah, just come out for a short break, sitting in the garden in the hospital just so I can take my mask off for a bit and drink, which is lovely. And then I'm just gonna crack on with some more pharmacology as soon as I've recaffeinated, basically. And so I've got a lot of questions from people like asking me how I managed to work as a HCA and study full time and keep up with my running and everything. And I think the answer for me is because my year is affected by COVID. Most of our lectures take place asynchronously, which means that they're uploaded and you can watch them whenever you want, which is actually better for how I learn, because I've just been going through the pharmacology stuff and taking notes as I go along, and I can pause it and rewind as much as I need to, and it does take longer to go through each individual lecture that way, but it means that I'm getting a really thorough understanding of the concept, and I'm making sure I understand it as I go along, rather than just sitting in a lecture theatre like feeling lost as things go too fast. So I'm managing in that way, and also there's so many, because we can do the timetable sessions whenever we want, apart from our small group teaching. So I've maximised the amount of hours in the day that I can do things. So like, for example, this morning I got up at 6 and I did a bit of work before I went for my run and met with my friend, and then I'm now going to be working until like I get kicked out of the library, probably like 6-7ish, and then I'll go home and make dinner, and then I'll do a little bit more when I get home. So there's actually so many hours in the day that you can do things, and I actually quite like clustering together one concept and getting a really thorough understanding of it, rather than flicking from one module to another and kind of touching on something and then moving on to something completely different. So that's kind of how I'm structuring my week right now, because it's so variable, like how many timetable sessions we'll have on a particular day. So yeah, that's how I kind of structure my learning, and then I always make sure I have time to go over the concept afterwards and kind of test myself. So after I finished this pharmacology lecture, this last one, I'm going to make some flashcards for all the concepts, like equilibrium constant and things like that, so that I can really get those definitions like honed in on, and make sure I understand everything, basically. So yeah, that's kind of a really short answer of how I manage it. Medicine's just so massive, and there's no really one way of doing things. It's going to be a lot, whatever. You're going to be self-teaching yourself a lot. There's going to be a lot of study hours on your own, whatever, format you do that. So just because I've, chosen to continue working, it doesn't really have an impact, because in that time I'm practicing my clinical skills, I'm seeing patients with a range of conditions, I'm definitely practicing my communication skills, and I really enjoy it, and if I didn't enjoy it I wouldn't be continuing. So that's kind of the short answer. And my running, like, I have started, last year I started kind of run commuting, so sometimes I'll go to work by running. If I just need to get something from the supermarket, I'll run there. So that's just like an easy way of making up kind of like easy miles during the week. I wouldn't obviously do a session like that, but it's a good way of increasing your weekly mileage without like taking up time, because that time would just be spent, on public transport, and it saves me a bit of money as well. So I've been really enjoying the run commuting. Can't do it all the time, like, going to the library now, I've had my massive laptop, which I've never run with before. I'd be interesting to see if I can. I'm not supposed to run with many heavy things on my back because of my hip, so I'd like to try it anyway. But I mean, the library's only like a mile from my house, so it's not a particularly long walk either, and I wouldn't be taking public transport. So yeah, that's just another way that I manage to incorporate my training in my daily life, so that it doesn't take up time that I don't have. That's the short answer, really. Good evening, everyone. So I'm home now. I've spent about 5 hours in the library in the end, because I was just really getting into it, and yeah, I'm super like pharmacology'd out now, but I'm really proud of what I managed to get done. all cozy in my PJs and yeah, ready to have like a lovely chilled evening. I might just do a little bit of tidying and maybe watch a couple of the lectures that I need to catch up on, but I'm not going to do anything super crazy this evening. Might do a bit of yoga or something just to stretch out my legs, and that is it. Because I am not doing any more notes this evening. Let me show you what I managed to get done. I'm super proud of myself. So yeah, I managed to put together the notes. It's not completely finished like with the formatting yet, but I managed to do this this evening. So I've kind of put all the lectures together that were in this block, and then I've got my notes and then like the headings so I can easily search for them using my table of contents. And then I like this font because I don't know, I used it for my A-levels and I seem to be able to read it quite well. And I started putting some of the pictures from the PowerPoints in, but then when I kind of got bored of having to copy and paste loads of pictures, so I've just put stars where there should be a picture, and then I can just kind of edit it later. But I wanted to get like the main bulk of the writing down rather than focusing too much on the formatting. So yeah, I wrote quite a bit in the end. Yeah, so super happy with how much I managed to get done. And yeah, so once I'd done that, I went through all of the notes I'd made and I made them into flashcards. So I use an app called Quizlet, and I really like it because you can study using different like games and things. So there's some where you match it up, there's some where you just use it as like a straight flashcard that you can flip it over when you want. And what I like about Quizlet is that if there's something you're particularly getting stuck on, they keep repeating that one. So periodically you're not going over like things you know really well and just you know, getting like false confidence. So they actually help you to kind of memorize the information like a lot better than if you were just rotating through the same sets all the time. And you can add pictures and things as well. So I was going to do just definitions, but then I thought actually it'll be quite good to get down like a few of the main concepts from these lectures. And oh my god, I ended up spending like an hour and a half making these flashcards, but it will be worth it in the end because the lecture encourages us to kind of make learning quite an active process. So I've kind of structured it like the single best answer kind of questions or the short answer questions. And there's 76 flashcards now. So I'm really exhausted, but yeah, that'll be really useful, especially if because I've got the premium like a couple of years ago for A-levels, and it means you can download the sets and you can use them even when you don't have Wi-Fi. So this will be quite useful for like being on the train or if I have to go anywhere. So I might yeah, I'm going to download these so I can take them to work with me, and then in my lunch break or something I can just quickly go over them and keep refreshing my memory basically. It's just a good habit to get into, to start like making flashcards now rather than waiting until exams, because I'm sure I'll be super busy with revision then, so won't have time to like make new materials. But yeah, this is just how I've done studying for quite a while now, so I'm kind of used to it. And yeah, if you have any questions about Quizlet or anything, please let me know. And if you want to like, if you want this set, like I'm more than happy to share it with you as well. I mean, I can't say like I have the best sets that anyone's made, but they help me anyway. So yeah, very proud of what I managed to get done this evening. Just gonna start tidying my room because look at that mess. And then yeah, do a little bit of stretching and get ready for bed. Okay, so I managed to tidy my room a little bit. Not entirely finished, but it's looking slightly more orderly than before. And yeah, this is my bed. I'll just put up some fairy lights that I got from Oliver Bonas. They're on sale. And Cyril's just chilling there, my little sloth friend. He's actually from Build-A-Bear, but I've lost his jacket. I got him a cute little denim jacket to wear, and I have no idea where it is. It's very tiny, so I'm sure nobody's picked it up by mistake. Anyway, so this is like my little reading lamp, my mug, and then this is my Lumi alarm clock, so it does like a sunrise in the morning like this, which is super important during the winter. When it's dark in the morning. There's my planner from Kiki K. I've just covered it at the moment, but I will probably use it tomorrow to plan my studying for the next week. I bought this light box from Tiger. It won't turn on yet because I stupidly, well, the lady at the till gave me batteries, which is helpful, but I forgot I didn't have a screwdriver to get in the back, which is slightly annoying. But when I'll get my mum to bring one from home and we'll set it all up. Those are just the words from the Serenity Prayer, if anybody knows that. The book I'm currently reading, it's called Shapeshifters by Gavin Francis, and it's super interesting and really quite moving so far. I've really been getting into that when I can. It's really good. I'm not going to show, well, I can show my desk area because I've not got a desk. That's my desk. Slash dressing table, so my mirror, ooh, and my drawers. That's kind of like stationary dressing table area combined. There's some makeup for going out, not that I'm going out anytime soon, and yeah, it's looking slightly better than before. This has turned into a kind of room tour. I'm just avoiding everywhere that's still a little bit messy. So there's all my plants, yay! Love my plants. Super, super happy with my plants. I've got my yoga mat and foam roller, so I need to get on that today. Yeah, that's it mostly. Oh, my books. I need to show people my books because I just put them in my wardrobe because I don't have a bookshelf. I've not put away all my clothes yet. But yeah, I've got my Grey's Anatomy for students, and then I've got an artist copy of Grey's Anatomy as well, and then lots of like medical books, and then also some fiction. And I've read most of the things in this cupboard, but I've also bought some to be read things as well. There's my uniform. I've got one clean uniform left. And yeah, I've put my trainers at the bottom, and I really need to wash my trail shoes. But yeah, I hopefully will be getting a bookshelf, but I'll see how big my desk is first because I want to see how much space it takes up before I do anything. Yeah, it's just a mini room tour. I'm just going to stretch out now before I start editing some videos and going to sleep.